All right. Hello, everyone. How are you? Just getting my camera arranged a little bit and trying to fix some of the glare and things like that. It's very hard to do. It's always tricky. I don't know why. It's just always tricky. Anyway, so today I have a kind of a fun project that won't take very long. And then I'm going to go live again afterwards to show you my Daisy Lane haul from yesterday. Not very much, but a few things. And kind of talk about Daisy Lane because that was fun. Anyway, this is the first day, I think, since I've had my glass mat, that this little piece that comes with the glass mat, look, it's not even clean, is clean. It's not even clean. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I wanted to show you, this is the little one of the little silicone pieces that comes with the glass mat. It measures 8.5 by 6, and I use it so much. I use it every single day. I've got stuff piled in it every day. It sits next to me on the table, like right here next to my glass mat. And I usually keep like one of my adhesives on here, my scissors on here, my glue on here. And that is like my base of where I keep things. I keep dimensionals on here. And then on any given day, I will move things around and use these for my watercolor projects or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is like insanely useful. I almost wish I had two, but then I'm like, I would just fill it with junk like I do with this one. But this is nice because the way I have this one set up next to my table, all of my key things go on that mat and it works great. Okay, and then the glass mat itself, I use all the time. I have been trying different surfaces to use during my live because you can see my like candlelight reflection. You can see my reflection of one of my lights over here. It is just, without turning every light in the room off, it is very hard to not have reflections on this. But it's so great to work on. I hate not having it on my desk. Every single thing cleans off of it. I never knew that I needed a glass mat until I got a glass mat. The all-purpose mat is amazing, but it's harder to see things on. Like this one, you can see like everything, which I really appreciate. Anyway, while this was clean, I just thought I'm gonna show you. I washed it today. I even have some paint on it. I had some paint or something that stained that little spot. I don't know why, but this is really great, and it's great to use with my glue gun because silicone, it withstands the heat. It's the same stuff that you would use if you were baking in the oven, or you know what I mean. Not that I'm saying bake with this, but I'm just saying it's the same. It's the same stuff. Okay. Today, I want to show you, okay, in the catalog, you can tell I've been actually using my catalog, which is a nice thing. Ever since the catalog came out, I've had this page flagged. And one of the reasons is because this particular piece of artwork is the one piece of artwork in the whole catalog that has caught my attention and keeps my attention. I can't stop looking at it. It is just gorgeous. And I want to recreate it. However, I did not buy this flower set. the reason I didn't buy it, it wasn't because I didn't love it. I do. I actually really like it a lot. But the reason I did not buy this particular flower set is because this one was given to a lot of demonstrators at convention. And so a lot of demonstrators out there have it, got it free, have been creating with it. Even before the catalog came out, they had it. And I thought, you know, if I'm gonna show things and keep people watching, I don't need to show you things that other, you know, there's a lot on this. You look this up, you'll find tons of artwork on this. I would like to, you know, try to make kind of unique ideas or whatever, and show you different things. So I bought the other floral suite that caught my eye. Did I mark it in here? No, I don't think I did. There's another floral suite. I bought the other one. I'm sorry. My gosh, there's so many flowers in here, but I did buy the other flower collection that it was an online exclusive. That's why. I bought that one. How hard is that to see? But that's the one I bought, and I loved the whole suite. I bought the entire suite, and that suite sale is right now too. I have already bought this suite, and I bought this celebratory sips suite. I didn't buy the whole suite on that one, but I bought parts of it. And so I went back in and I bought, you can buy, like, I love the ribbon in this suite. So I bought some of the ribbon. I know, ribbon. Oh my God, what was I thinking? Anyway, so I was looking at this piece of art and I decided to recreate it today. It is in an actual frame and I want to put it in my scrapbook. So I'm not going to do an actual frame. And it only has one photo. That's hard. But I think that I really think I have some photos of my cat, my daughter with her cat. I have a big picture of my dog. Gardening, anything would go on here, right? I don't have very many pictures of my grandmother. I could put one big picture of her on there. I mean, there's a lot of options. Now, they used the banner, and they also used the Lovely Day, which is part of that set, the dies to that floral set. It's like a companion right there. And I did not buy those either because lovely is not a word I use in my scrapbooks. I don't know. It's just not. Now I could, but I was like, I can create any title. I need to figure out how to recreate this. And so here's what I decided to try. Now you can see it's pretty full, but there's white space. And it's a mix of colors, lots and lots of colors. And so I've been kind of playing around. You can do any floral set and do that. You could do this idea with paw prints, and do like your animals on there. That'd be cute. You could do it with any floral image, any foliage. You could do anything. But what I did, I'm gonna keep this open. That'll be my inspiration. I bought this set. This is called Fully Flowering Ephemera. And I feel like the ephemera's hit and miss a little bit. I have the heart one from Valentine's Day, and it didn't have enough variety in there for me. This one does. I'm happy with it. And the artwork isn't like, how do I say this? The artwork is higher quality looking. I didn't want some sketchy looking thing. I wanted it to look like something I would make, you know? only I don't want to have to make it. So this is a nice set. You get 2 sheets of each layout. So you get 2 of this one, 2 of this one, and they obviously punch out really easy because mine are starting to pop out. You get 2 of this and 2 of this. So you can see where you could get a lot of different looks depending on what you wanted to do with this. So like I could do something in black and white. I could do pinks and purples. You would obviously have to do a combo of colors, which made it perfect for me to try to recreate some version of this layout right here. And every single flower here is popped up like on foam or something. I'm not sure I want to pop up all that on foam, and I'm not sure you want to watch me pop everything up on foam. So I'll probably just lay it out and then show you some other ideas I have. Yes, great dies. Yes. Yes, I think I seriously, if I would have had just a few more minutes, I did 2 other real quick ones that I'm going to show you at the end. And then if I would have had just a couple, about 15 more minutes, I would have done a total dog paw looking, dog theme. I mean, you could use pattern paper, right? You could. I'm going to punch these out really quick. I know I want to use almost all the greenery. I am going to just set these out. I know I want a variety of colors, so I don't think I'm going to use the black and white, but I love the idea of the blue, the pink, the yellow, and this, it has like this odd, I don't know what that is. Green. It's green, but it's like gold. Gold? I don't know. It's not, I'd like to say it's not the old wild wheat, but it's a soft color of some kind of limey green. Anyway, so I'm just going to punch out the pieces that I know I'm pretty sure I'm going to use. I'm not sure I'm going to use the blue greens. And since you get 2 sheets of each thing, that gives you that chance to use it twice and get a little bit of a mix of color. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to use the blue-green, but I may not have an option if I don't have enough greenery to do that. I think I'm going to stick with the greens. So got a lot of pink in this, a little bit of yellow, and I am going to use this green, I think. And you can see there's a lot of different greens in here too, which gives you that variety, right? The variety look. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use that bold purple. Although I have it down here on my table in another color. These little tiny flowers are nice for fill-in, and so I will probably use all of those because I noticed that a lot of the, when you have all these different sizes, you kind of need the small stuff to fill in if you're gonna try to use all the space. All right, I'm gonna try that and I will see if I need a second page. That's where I'm going with this. Now, the white frame, I decided no, I wanna use a black frame. So I'm gonna use black as my frame. And then I want a border. I thought about trying to use white and make it look, the border look dimensional, and pop it up like a white inner frame. And I thought that would look really cool. But then I was like, no, I think I just want it like to highlight the pink color. And so let me tell you my measurements. This is kind of, this is how I'm copying the layout. So I made my frame black. You could make it any color. I have some examples here in a minute to show you. And then I went ahead, since they used pink, I'm like, I'm just gonna go with it. And I looked at my coloring, and this is pretty in pink. I think you could use a variety of color here because there's so many options. I don't think it's wild wheat, Heather. I think it's green. It's definitely green. It's just a faded out brownish green. I don't know. It's different. Anyway, so I gutted my pretty in pink paper to make a border. Okay, so that's kind of this is what I'm going for. I don't really have to put anything behind here because obviously it's going to be behind my photo. So that I can tuck things in though and make it like, you know, like it's going fluidly through the back. All right, let me see. Yes, Stephanie, I bought that other one too. You're talking about the older floral set. That is the one that caught my eye the most. And this one, this set, I like the dies, but I didn't want the hollyhock style. I think those are actually maybe geraniums, but whatever. I don't really like that style of flower as much. And I have better, they have a great cone flower, so that's why I went for the other one. I was just like, I want to go for the other one. So since I'm highlighting pink here, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to start with my pink flowers, and I'm going to pick my biggest one, and wow, maybe I'll put one there. I don't know. But my idea that I have is to just fill space with these different flowers. I like that. And I have not tried this, so I do not know like how I want this to look. But I'm just filling some space with different color. And this is what I have here. I have some, now I have yellow. The yellow is this is a bold yellow. So I definitely want to at least make this into some kind of visual triangle, right? I mean, you really do want the yellow to be dispersed a little bit around your layout. You don't want it all in one place. And I kind of like this orangey yellow, and that gives it a little bit more flow. Let's go for blue. That's my other bold color, and I don't have as much blue, but I could pull, I could pull the second sheet out and duplicate any of that, right? So if I put this behind the picture, I could put this back here. So you get the drift though. I just kind of want my pieces kind of scattered random all over. And the last thing I want to put in here is greenery. This blue, this little piece is just awkward. I don't know where it goes yet. All right. I wish all the greenery was this color. As a matter of fact, I was thinking I could totally make my greenery any color or any style I want, right? Like it's pretty easy. Most of us have different types of green stuff that we could die cut, and I just think we could we could do that if we wanted to. And I'm just gonna keep futzing with it a little bit until I get it to a way that I prefer, or a way that I like. So I love this. It's really pretty. This, I feel like this green kind of anchors my photo a little bit. So I like that there and that there. That anchors my photo. Yeah. And I think this would look good. I could even cut this up a little bit and make it smaller, and then it would fit in different places, you know. I don't know if that's like too bold. I would probably be better off to get the other page. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to do this without spilling everything. I know I don't want to use any of those. I could use some black and white. I mean, honestly, I did punch out some black and white for another project I want to do. And I mean, you could fill in some black and white images like that. It actually does really add to it, especially with the black border. It's just that I wasn't sure I wanted to use the black and white. Let me just see. And I don't want to color it. That's the other thing. I don't want to color. I'm like, I just want this to work the way it is. And I don't want to have to work hard to make it work. So that's nice. That's not bad. I like that. That's good. I could doodle a little bit around the edges and stuff even. Let's see. Let me get out that other greenery. Sorry, I'm off camera just a little bit. Try to decide if oh, that's sweet. You guys, I kind of like it. And you could kind of futz around and add whatever color that you like. If something isn't quite right, like this is pretty yellow. I like the yellow, but this is like, whoa, it's a little bold. So let me see what else I have in yellow. I like the idea of adding those little bitty sunflowers as, I don't know if you guys just heard that, but my dog just groaned really loud, like, oh God. That was really loud. I don't know, he's so funny. Put that in. So the idea is to just put your flowers in place and make it the way you want it. And I don't know, I really like how that looks. I like it just fine. I think it looks great, just like that. It's a little less busy down here. So I could add some more greenery or something down in that corner. Don't know what color yet. I'm messing around. The other thing I have is that are those little tiny flowers. And you got to remember that some of this will be popped up. Yeah, I'm going to take those off and try this. So now I have my little bitty flowers. So if I put some of these on foam and elevate them, make like a base layer of a few things and then pop a few things, I think this will turn out to be really great. Yeah, I think it needs some spatter or something in the white space. But then the flowers really do help for filling in some of that space too. So I really like use of these little bitty flowers. And then I'd say that is beautiful. I think that is, I don't think it's finished. I think I could do a little more, but the white space on it, pretty much similar to the white space that's on here. This has a lot more. I think what ties it together is there's only 2 greens on it. You can see like there's lime and then there's the darker green, which I think maybe, is it garden green? Gosh, you guys, my colors. I don't know my colors. But if I play with this a little bit and like cut this stem off and stuff, you know, I think I can make this look really nice just using this ephemera pack. And I don't even care if I use the entire ephemera pack because I don't want to store it. I want to use it. It is the reason I bought it. And if I wanted to highlight more blue, I could add more blue. Like I have a second image of everything. So like these, if I really liked the blue, I could put it down here instead of more yellow. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of options here, and I think that'll be good. And then I look at these individually and I'm like, gosh, of course these will make beautiful cards. You don't even have to layer them that much to make a really nice card. So I'm gonna, this hanging Chad thing that's going on in these sheets drives me crazy. So I'll probably punch all of these out and just store them loose in here like this, where I can just go through and decide, you know, what I like, what I want, and just futz with it a little and make it better. I think right now I've taken all the yellow, the bold out of it and everything's soft. So if I take the yellow out and go more with blue or a soft color there, I'm probably gonna be better off. Look at that. Yeah, I think that's a winner. I think that's a big winner. I really like it a lot. So yeah, just play around and see what you come up with. And it'll just take me a bit to glue it in place. I am not going to do all of that while you're watching. But I did make some other pages. So let me clean up my mess here so that I can shut this and not spill it all over the floor. That would be something I would do. See, I really like this color, but I think it goes more with that blue-green. So I have an example of something like that to show you. All right, so today I came over here at like 1 o'clock and I go live at 2, and I thought, okay, this is really cool. This is a cool idea. I love how this looks. I'm totally going to do this. I'm gonna set that aside for a moment and keep this. And then I thought, all right, what if I get out this washi, yeah, I like it without the yellow too. I like it without the boldness, and I like having the green stand out. Anyway, this Extraordinary Flora is that stamp set that I showed you last week that's all one piece. And then it has an all one piece die that cuts the entire image out. And then it has washi tape that you can use. Now, I told you my beef with buying this set is that I do not want to store this giant roll of washi. And so I have been cutting it up like crazy. I think I cut 4 sheets of it, and plus all the cards I made last week, plus some other stuff. And so I've probably cut this a total of 10 times, and look how much I still have. It's still a huge roll. And so you know, this has a pink colorway and a purple colorway. And I was like, well, might be a great way. This is how I store it. This might be a good way to use this particular washi. And so here's what I did. I thought, well, let's try it with the pink. Now this one I attached so I can jiggle it around and move it around. And I took the whole washi thing. Let me just move it so you can see the whole page. And so I took the whole thing and I thought, this is just gorgeous. And then let me take my photo and placeholder off of here and it would go here. And I'm like, well, that's really nice. And again, I feel like it does need, what it's screaming for is gems, dots, just lots of random dots and gems. That's what it needs. And so this is so pretty. And then I'm like, well, but I like the green instead of the pink. I'm not a big pink person, but it's nice with the pink. But what if I pulled in a green? And my favorite green is Mossy Meadow. So what if I double matte that with some green? And adding the green is like beautiful, but then it's like, okay, but then the background being black doesn't work. So then I was like, okay, then what if I make Mossy Meadow my background? It changes the whole layout to be more my color, okay? It's more my color scheme. But again, pink gems everywhere. Yeah, or even that kind of yellowish gold colored gems. Gold gems would look really nice with this. I really like how that looks. It's so pretty. And then I'm like, well, wonder what the purple colorway looks like, right? Because purple, a lot, you know, it isn't my first choice, but what if I go with the purple colorway, and it looks great with black, but I kind of went through my color wheel, and this is Berry Blast, is the bolder pinkish purple in here. And I was like, well, I do have some of that. It really does help to have all the cardstock colors because you can start messing around. And look at that. Ta-da. Now that's really gorgeous, right? And it's really nice with the black. But this one, I used some of the blue. It has blue tones in it. And so I was like, well, what if we went the peacock route? I think this color, I think it is called peacock. It's a really gorgeous kind of dark, pretty peacock. Yeah, pretty peacock. Look how pretty that looks on it. And then I was like, well, of course, then your background needs to match. And I do not have a full sheet of pretty peacock, but I had the peacock from Close to My Heart. So I was like, all right, let's slide that in there and just see how that looks. And then, wow, just wow, that really changes the whole thing. It's very, I just think it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And again, I think silver or gold gems all over or even sparkly gems would look amazing on this. Now I want to show you one more thing, which is probably against all rules or whatever, but if any of you are swimming in Close to My Heart colors like I am, you'll remember Journey was one of the last colors that came out. And so I've got Gobs of Journey. And Journey is one of those colors that I always had trouble matching because it's bright. It's a bright version of Peacock, okay? You're just gonna have to envision that. You can see the difference. This is more green than blue, but just pretend it's the color Journey. But look at how that blue, using that bluish green on there, makes the bluish green in the leaves really pop. Oh my gosh, this whole thing is, it changes the whole look. I don't know about you guys. I love it. I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. And so here we are with all these options. So I have this page. So I think I'm going to send these pages to people this month who buy anything from my site. I'm going to finish them and make them special with all the gems. And I will, I think I'll send these to people. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm just in love. And you can pick what if you buy from me and you want one of these pages, you can pick. I want the purple path with the peacock color or the journey color. I want the pink. I'll make them for you. I know it's a hassle to pop up all these little pieces. You wouldn't even have to pop them all up. I think it might even look better if some of them were flat and some of them were popped. And some of these are flat, like these little tiny, it's kind of hard to see on a camera, but if you you can see which ones I popped and which ones are flat. But anyway, it turned out gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then if you did have the ephemera pack, look at this one on green. I think I like it on green just as well. Don't you? Oh my gosh. I'm kind of like in love with trying this whole technique using all my products because look how cool that looks. I like it on green, y'all. It makes it, I don't know, a more elegant layout, I guess, but I do still really like this one on black too. Do you have a preference? Yeah, I think I like the green too. I think I like the green better than the black. But anyway, there you go. That is what I have to show you today. I'm going to show you the photo one more time. This was the inspiration, right? And then this is kind of what I'm ending with. And then using the other floral thing. Wow, isn't that great? And so whatever you have, flowers, I think will work. I kind of like this one because it's a mix. It's not all the same size pieces, but I think if we voted, this one might be a winner. I don't know. You're gonna vote on which one you like better? They're great. They're all great. Okay, don't forget that the album retreat is on sale. Thank you to all of you who have purchased it already. I have put together a really cool pack of goodies to send you as a thank you. You're gonna be happy, I think. This is that ephemera pack. And then this is the Extraordinary Flora, if you like that. That one's 165243. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more artwork on this because these little pieces look so cool. I saw Susan Williams had put these pieces on black paper as the around a frame, and it looked gorgeous. I may recreate some of those. Those are really, she did a great job on that. Anyway, So, all right. Also the sweet buy one, get one half off sweet products all month through the 30th while supplies last. You don't have to buy a whole suite. If you just want a couple of the stamp sets or a couple of dies, or maybe you want just ribbon and gems, you can get something half off. Just be careful about putting a big giant suite in the same order as a roll of ribbon, because your roll of ribbon is the item that will come off as half price. You don't want to do that. I did the math, and most of the time it's cheaper to pay that shipping. And whatever you purchase first, make it the bigger item, close out that order, and on the next item your rewards will pay for your shipping, essentially. That's an awesome way to use those rewards, because we all hate shipping, don't we? And those rewards are a great way to offset that price. Okay, pink on green. All right, interesting. This one or the other? Christy likes a green. Green. Looks like the green cardstock is the go. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, all right. Okay, I am going to end this video, and then I'm going to go live again, and I want to show you what I got at Daisy Lane. A lot of you have been asking me, because I did go yesterday, and I've been picking up a few things on their little online sales they've been doing the last couple days. Seriously, I was there in person. I saw some of that stuff. I don't need to be buying it and having it shipped or having to go pick it up. And congratulations, Heather, on signing up with Stampin' Up again. And she messaged me right before we went live and got her starter kit. I would love to see that. You should show a little live on here of what you got in your starter kit, because that's really fun to see what people pick for that. And you know, it's a really neat idea. Okay. Yeah, mine say already shipped, and that was from yesterday, so they must be Johnny on the spot with that. All right, I'll finish this up. I'll put photos online. I am in a class this week. I won't be live on Friday, but tomorrow I might do a live just to show you the everyday adventure. Maybe I'll do that next week. I probably won't be live again Friday. I took the Jen Shirkus Creative Journey class, and it starts tomorrow. So, okay, see you in a few minutes. Bye.